Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining in. Oh, as that Pokemon is just like... Oh yeah, so I've got to forget we have it at like 150 speed, or was it the Pokemon music's just going for it. Getting us hype. Oh, so we are returning once again to our... Shit, we've got 6 badges. What? Oh, we've done the Laver City badge. Yeah, we did do the fairy fight. I thought we were on like 5 badges. But we are not. We're on 6. We've got 2 gyms left. We are close to the end of this game than I thought. But let's go remind ourselves who our party is at the moment and like what party members we also have like hanging around in the background. Hope everyone is good. RNG has been crazy good on a Nuzlocke for platinum. What have you been getting so far? Clean your whole windshield. I mean, there's one thing to do while you watch Pokemon stream, but yeah, I literally today, speaking of like, cleaning, I was just in the middle of doing housework. And I was like cleaning my kitchen and stuff like that, and was like, it's Thursday today. That means I'm meant to be streaming like now. So yeah, I was just like, my week has just been all over the shop, and just like somehow it feels like it's still fucking Tuesday or something in my head. And I was just like, wait a minute, I'm on Thursday today, and I am in the wrong headspace. I think like it really threw me off because like, yeah, I think that maybe that's the biggest part of what it was, is like, I did do a re-edit to a podcast today. Whereas normally, if I edit a podcast, I edit on a Tuesday, go live for Wednesday, or if we live stream it, it just goes out on the Wednesday. But there was a problem with the video stream, and I had to wait for this morning to be able to download it, and I re-edit the video and put it back up, so that's probably why my brain's in like Tuesday brain. That explains things a bit more. Like, I'm just having this revelation now as I think it through. So we have Bay, our Florges. He's like, one of our first Pokemon. Still not really able to do like anything in terms of attacking. Like, it does have Petal Blizzard, but it's basically still just support mode. You're heading to the 3rd gym and you have a Crobot, Manferno, Gible, Alakazam, Gyarados, and Gligar. Fucking hell, that is a good team. For gym 3. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you have a nice day off tomorrow. Got any plans? Because, if not, play like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I need somebody to play it so that I can just like, on my behalf. Again, I've had just a hectic week, and every night I've sat down to play it and just had no energy. I think it was Tuesday night after streaming. I sat down and I was like, cool, like, let's get some more Final Fantasy, because I blitzed like the first like 12 hours or so over the first weekend. And was loving it. And then I've played all of like maybe a couple of hours since. Like, Tuesday night after stream, I sat down and went, okay, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm excited to play this, so I think I'll wake up a little bit and play for a little bit. And I must have been about 10 minutes into Costa del Sol and woke up like 4 hours later on the sofa, just like, oh, I just immediately fell asleep with the controller in my hand and everything. And then yesterday, basically the same thing happened of like, I must have got another half hour to an hour of game time in, and then I was like, oh, that bit where you're like, oh, and drifting, and I'm falling asleep, I'm just going to do the same again. So I've played a solid like hour to an hour and a half maybe over the past like since like Sunday. But anyway, so you can go scratch my itch some more. Painting Warhammer, nice. Yeah, I saw a while ago that you've been like jumping on, getting plenty of Warhammer painted, which is cool. So we've got Chatot, the little fucker, or the big fucker, in our Lapras. So he's got Surf, Ice Beam, Rain Dance, Perish Song. Okay. Ace, who has been helping us quite a bit, still got Sand Attack and Quick Attack, and then Fly and Feather Dance. Fly with Ancient Power, Supersonic Pursuit, and Double Team. Nothing particularly great there. Turnip with Crunch, Dragon Breath, Bulldoze, Rock Slide. That's a lot stronger. And I think it's like level 45 that it'll turn into Flygon. And then, of course, we just recently got Goose, the fungus that we want, the Amoongus. Giga Drain, Toxic, Sweet Scent, Faint Attack. Alright. I think we do have a few stronger Pokemon in the boxes at the moment, because we were scared of like taking a bunch of dark Pokemon into the Fairy Gym. So of course we got Darth Inky the Malamar, The World Pangoro, Gusset the Greninja, Padme the Crocodile, and Thumper the Steelix. So what level are we working towards? Because like Thumper is thumping. Thumper's level 45. And the level cap for the last gym was meant to be 42. But then the next gym is a while away. Still looks like we've got a bunch of fights with Team Flare coming up. Oh no, there we go. Olympia, sorry, level 48. Who is the Psychic gym leader. So it probably be good to put all these dark Pokemon back in the team and get them leveled up a little bit for fighting some dark Pokemon, fighting some psychic type Pokemon. And then maybe if we just keep these two in the team to like level them up in the background and get them evolved. So yeah, we'll do that for now. We'll hope. Okay, Greninja's got a Surf as well, so we can replace Lapras here. So yeah, fuck it. Let's just get Team Dark back on the go. For now, it seems seems like we should be good. We've got Poison, Dark, Steels. That's kind of the vibe we're getting from Team Flare Pokemon, really. A Gyarados and a Mienshao to be worried about later. Mienfoo, actually, to be worried about to start with. And to be fair, though, I think a Mienshao and a Mienfoo for sure. I think Turnip and Goose can probably handle by themselves. Yeah, cheese on the friendship system. But, like that's the problem with like I think is it just no, because like both Fire Red and Leaf Green and Heart Gold and Soul Silver both have that problem of like, well, Golbat exists, but Crobat doesn't exist yet until you magically unlock the Dex and it does exist again. And it's like, right, so you can't just go and get like a really nice and easy Crobat to start with. So we did get Fungus in this route, so we just want to be blitzing through this route. I could have sworn that we had that same problem when we were doing our Heart Gold playthrough of like, oh, for some reason it literally pretends like the National Dex Pokemon don't exist. Might be misremembering there. Whole thing. Proper weird and right. What is it? Give us like the baby synopsis on the go. Get a little home clause on. I'm assuming Warthog. Probably not enough of a threat where we have to immediately kill it. There we go, and then it's got Moxie, right? Yes. Padme's got Moxie, so... This is a bit more rough, though. And we can't run and we can't switch. So we're just going to have to hope that those two attack boosts are enough. Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah. And then Moxie on the go. It's one strong water move because of been putting us in trouble there, and then Crunch should easily take out a little Subat here. Real take on Frankenstein. Okay. Sounds pretty fun. Probably just one. Oh my god. Another Baldur's Gate 3 run starting off. Let's get away safely. I'm gonna maybe swap out from the Crocodile. Maybe we'll just put Gusset in the lead here. Yeah, I was just thinking earlier, I was like, that's kind of insane that, yes, there's Lucario, who we may have, you know, Pokemon may break it. That's not a Rock Smash thing, is it? Okay, walk around these. But yeah, it's other than Mega Lucario, have we had an opportunity to get another Mega Pokemon? Like, this entire game's about Mega Evolution. And I'm just thinking, like, is there been any other chance? Because, like, we literally haven't Mega Evolved a Pokemon yet. To all people in Pokemon potential is hidden within a chosen few. I like to think the idea is that any Pokemon could technically Mega Evolve. It's just, you know, that Game Freak can't do that. A, due to balancing, and B, due to just... Well, every time we give Pokemon a Mega Pokemon, we actually have to think of something to do with it design-wise and ability-wise and stuff. Oh, shit, yeah, there was... Okay, so there's been two opportunities to get Megas. There was the chance of Venusaur, but the Venusaur's been dead. Like, yeah, okay, the Venusaur died. So there is that. Okay, Route 16. Oh, there's a chance for a Klefki again. Chance for Klefki, Lombre, Murkrow, Phantom, Basculin, Floatzel, Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Pumpcaboose, Garupi, Dorapy. I'm hoping that, you know, the obvious water ones may not be available. I'm hoping it's just like Because if it's a chance between Klefki, Murkrow, Phantom, Pumpkaboo, and Scorpy, then that's very good odds of getting a Pokemon I want. I think Phantom and Pumpkaboo might be version exclusives, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, that's a flying battle. Oh, Pumpkaboo! Okay. Pumpkaboo. I do choose you. Maybe if we get a turnip on the go. For fuck's sake, leave. Dragon Breath hopefully won't kill it. And has a chance to paralyze. A Bullet Seed's hitting pretty hard. Damn, let's get Turnip out of here. Fuck me. Mongoose. There we go. Can't feed me, bitch. Oh. Okay. Even with a low attack, I don't want to risk a faint attack with Goose. That was a crit. That was a crit as well? What the what? Did that pump? Oh, fuck. Oh, shitting hell. Just Goose, stop. We don't want to hit. We don't hit fucking critical hits on wild Pokemon. Not ones we can catch anyway. Where is Anakin? I mean, it'd be a... pretty good thing to like have just called the ghost type Padme and had the edgelord as Anakin. But if you want to call little Pumpkaboo Anakin, role reversal is like Pumpkaboo's the ghost. Pumpkin body is inhabited by a spirit trapped in this world. As the sun sets, it becomes restless. The Brawler has paper thin defenses, yeah, and Bullet Seed hits neutral. I'm still just kind of reeling from, like, why did a Bullet Seed hit 3 times and crit each time? Like, what has this little Pumpkaboo got up its sleeve with just, like, fucking sniper Bullet Seeds? So, yeah, we can, peeps can think of... if we want to call it Anakin, that's fine. I will... let you make the you know, final decision there if you want to make sure that this is the one that we call Anakin. Oh. I mean, I guess it's quite fitting because, like, you know, like Anakin Skywalker died a long time ago. Like, did he? Or you just being a real dick about telling me whether my dad's dead or not? Because you don't tell me that my dad's dead, and you're like, oh yeah, Just, you know, a few years later, we get. I meant in a metaphorical sense, Luke. Come on. He didn't actually die. Just the essence of your father died a long time ago. He's now a different person. It's like, no, you fucking asshole. You told me my dad was dead. And obviously, like, the implication is, like, he doesn't want to particularly encourage Luke to go chasing after his dad or whatever. But, like, yeah, just the idea of, like, oh, yes, I knew your father once. He was a great man. He died many, many years ago. And then just, a year later, or however long the time gap is, and Darth Vader's like, yeah, I'm your father. What shit was Anakin, Obi-Wan talking about? Okay, so I think this is still the generation where Rotom is not yet just like a random wild Pokemon. So I don't think I think we'd have to like find the Rotom in the hotel. Rather than letting it be in a wild encounter, but I'll double check. Because Rotom could be interesting. Rotom Pokemon X. Lost Hotel, Tuesdays only in trash bins. Are you fucking kidding me? I need to get a shiny Rotom. Such a nicer colour scheme. With that like deep pink Rotom. Yeah, Lost Hotel on Tuesdays. Well, Thunder Badge Thursdays are a bit fucking shit for this, aren't they? Jesus Christ. We're just like, yeah. So we can't get a Rotom, I was correct in that. I was thinking, well, maybe we could use repels to get to like the room where the Rotom is or something. And it's like, no. Again, another chance to get a Klefki, which I would love. Garbodor, Electrode, Litwick, Magneton, Pawniard, Trubbish. There's maybe like 2 Pokemon on the list that I don't want. Ideally, it would be like a Litwick, a Klefki, or a Pawniard. But we'll see. We shall see. Is there anything in the Lost Hotel? Does anyone know? Maybe I should just check rock. Oh, it's like one of the Pokemon with the better movesets that we have. Actually, if we teach it to the world, then we can just reteach Power Up Punch to the world when we're done. Because we've got the Power Up Punch TM right there. I'm really hoping that this person just walks back and forth and doesn't have the chance to, like, red plate? I didn't do the... Oh, well. It doesn't matter now anyway. We're getting a Magneton. Where are we? What's on it? I think this is the generation where Dark stopped being resisted by Steel as well. Oh, you can get all the tricks from NPCs around. Okay. Well, we got a Magneton, so I think that might be like, yeah, the first like electric type that we've got knocking about. So not the worst in the world. We'll have to think of a nickname for Magneton now. That's a commitment to just like watch your friend play Pokemon. Or Nintendo in general, but yeah. There's a lot of just things to be able to memorize of just like a game you've never played. Not Rotom. You know what? Fuck it. Let's call it not Rotom. What have you got of note other than Pokemon? Trainer battles. You can learn a cosmic flip trick. Yeah. Twisted Spoon near a cracked wall. TM for Fling. And a Protector to evolve. A Rhydon on trade. So I don't think any of that sounds overly worth it. Oh, for fuck. Damn. Okay. Not getting away from that one. Just appeared just off screen out of nowhere. Christ. We're all wasting this Greninja. This moveset is just an abomination for it. Strength, Surf, Smoke Screen, and Quick Attack. Like, what are we doing? Hasn't even got a Dark type move. Oh, thank you, Ross. Thank you, appreciate it. Maybe in a minute I'll just do that before I forget. Just apparently I didn't even fucking know what day of the week it was, so... Oh dear. Okay. But yeah, I wonder, like, going back to the discussion about Mega Pokemon, I wonder whether, like, we do actually get any Pokemon that aren't, like, the starters or Lucario for the main mission. So I do remember there being quite a few Pokemon where it's like, well, how did you get that Mega in the game? And it's like, you get that Mega by finishing the game and going and getting the Mega Stone for it. Like, right, that's weird. Okay, could we not have just, you know, got that in-game at some point? But yeah, I don't particularly remember there actually being too many. I think maybe like Like, you might... Aerodactyl? There's, like, I think there's a way to get Aerodactyl. Like, why HMs are just the worst. With, like, wandering around, it's like, well, you've got to know Strength, Rock Smash, Foot, and Surf to get around this part of the game. But 2 of those moves are, like, awful, and no Rock Smash isn't a HM. It's just a TM in this one. It's just trying to get around the world, and it's like, well, did you bring all of these god-awful moves with you? Or are they on Pokemon that you've put in your PC now? It's like, this is why so many people just, you know, I don't want to use the term that the Pokemon community uses, but like, so many people have just a HM user or 2 on their team, where it's like, your job is to use HMs while I use 4 Pokemon. The whole, like, Rick and Morty meme, isn't it? I'm like, what is my job? Oh, to pass the butter. It's like, what is my job? Oh, to use 4 water HMs to get us around the world. Oh. Oh, great. You know what? Maybe Earth Power might be a good shot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Because Flygon can be a bit of a mixed attacker. And Earth Power is 90 base power instead of 60. Dumb. Very getting in my way. Goose. Get this synthesis on the go, Goose. Yeah. Just, you know what? This is how it's going to be, just poison the shit out of it and stay alive, okay? Just, I don't really need to worry about dealing damage, just let the toxic kick in. Gonna use Attract on me. Make me just immobilized with love half the time. I didn't even see the HP bar move off that faint attack. Flail is gonna get a bit nasty now, though. Yeah, gonna make the heal before it hits us this time. Flail does, you know, Flail's one of those moves of like, oh, the lower the HP on the user, the more damage it does. So just very aware towards the end though, it's like approaching red health. Like, maybe we should make sure, but let's do a poll for next Tuesdays before I forget. So let's get a list of Zelda games up. Zelda games. Why not? To be fair, I can just copy my previous homework. So poll. Zelda. Good. Zelda. Zelda 2. Adventure of Link. Of course, like, we're only listing the ones that we haven't gone through yet. Oh, Oracle of Seasons that hopefully will be not as brutal as Oracle of Ages was. Phantom Hourglass, which I keep having to remind myself we'll be using the Wii U for, and not trying to figure that shit out on an emulator. Same with Spirit Tracks. 6 is Skyward Sword. Then that's all the single player ones we have left to play through. There's the potential of like figuring out just Four Swords Adventures and like Triforce Heroes at some point, but they are ostensibly meant to be fun like as co-op games. I'm not. It's like one of those things that, like, I don't know how much people want to see that, because they were created to be fun with multiple people and not necessarily on your own. But obviously that is up in Discord now if people want to vote. Oh. Then I want to find these couple of like other rock smash walls that we should break. Oh, a Macho Brace. I mean, not actually something I will find particularly useful, right? Like, more good for training, like, EVs quicker when you had power items. When you didn't have power items. I believe it lowers your speed of your Pokemon in battle, but it will mean that their EV gains are increased. And can Rock Smash this wall. Give us an item over on the other side. I don't think we've got Waterfall. Yet another move that we have to have just on this route that's not that good a move. It's like Waterfall's okay, Surf's okay, Fly's okay, but like Rock Smash is just not a very good move. Like Cut is not a very good move at all. Carl, you get the fuck out of this chat. If you're gonna come in talking of I miss fucking HMS bullshit, you can just like, we will not accept this HM appreciation in chat. No, like Carl was a bit more of a fan of like the way that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were, but I mean, like, yeah, no one really wants to stream most Zelda games with me. But hey, be nice to Carl in chat though. I can give Carl shit. Everyone else be nice in chat. That's how it works. Like, I know Amoonguss is like a good Pokemon competitively and stuff, but fuck it, if I'm gonna have a little grass Pokemon be cute on my team, it's gonna be Pumpkaboo. No, it's okay. It's just I don't want that to be misread in chat. I don't want Carl to misread that as you being serious, and I don't want like chat to read it and be like, "Oh, this gives us a chance to like be a dickhead to one of my friends or something." You know, I just always want to lay down that law of like, even if you mean it jokingly, like I don't allow, you know, like the piss take of other people in chat. We have very strict rules on that, and that applies to Carl and that applies to each other, just in general. We want to create a friendly atmosphere apart from Carl coming in and causing a grievance. Oh dear, oh dear. Surprise Carl is there. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I just, you know, that's why I immediately jump on top of stuff like that. Of like, I'm just surprised that Carl hasn't just, you know, ran away today. The last thing I heard from Carl, he was like, "Fuck this enemy in Final Fantasy," so I just presumed he was lost in that world today. But yeah, I generally like you know, try to not ask people to stream with me or anything. Plus, you know, obviously like do some streams with Carl, but Carl, you know, comes along and recommends volunteers his time, whereas I don't like to ask people of their time to come and stream. It took an hour. So we'll get Anakin and Padme together again in like the correct way that it should be. Of like Anakin's the ghost and not Padme. Padme's nice and alive, just wearing some shades and rocking it out. It's like, just, yeah, it's a very fun game, but like, I've already encountered a couple of enemies in Final Fantasy Rebirth that's like, absolutely fuck these enemies, like, why did they design them this way? And then just Carl sending like combat spoilers, not, you know, not moment or story spoilers, and our chat of just like, okay, there's just this flying enemy that you like can't fucking hit or kill. I'm like, oh, why did they keep doubling down on these designs? Trying to think of a small, tough Pokemon to name after Chopper. Out of Star Wars Rebels. Right, okay. That was not the way I was thinking it was going, because, like, there's a small, cute, but pretty tough character in One Piece called Chopper. And I was like, why? Ross doesn't. I was like, Ross know about Chopper in One Piece? And it's like, out of Rebels. Right, got it. All tough Pokemon. I mean, that's the thing is, like, if you're thinking about in this run, obviously we don't know what Pokemon we can even, like, find. I don't know how many, like, small, tough Pokemon are even left available, let alone getting the RNG to actually... I mean, to be fair, there's one that's coming up on the net in the Frost Cavern. And that was the first one I thought of, was like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, Pokemon X introduced Bergmite, which is like an iceberg Pokemon that turns into, like, Avalugg, which is admittedly not small, but is, like, fucking bulky as shit. It's just a giant glacier that tanks hits. But the Frost Cavern has, like, 15 different Pokemon you can encounter. So the odds of the first Pokemon we encounter being a Bergmite is very, very low. And we can obviously, in our Nuzlocke, we only are able to catch the very first Pokemon we encounter in each route. The Pokemon that Lights-On mentioned in that cafe. No, I do not. I don't remember. It's been weeks since we last even did this Pokemon Nuzlocke. What to forget from time to time, Carlos's legendary Pokemon is called Zygarde? A Vettel? No, it's called Xerneas. If it happens, it's meant to be fate. Those who saw it were overwhelmed by its power. They were only able to say that this Pokemon resembled the letter X. This Pokemon can control energy, it gives life energy to plants, Pokemon, and makes them full of vitality again. And this is one thing, talking about like the legendary Pokemon and the like Area Zero and all this jazz with like the Pokemon Legends conspiracy theories coming up of like people are saying like, oh yeah, you know, we were talking last time when whenever we got announced on Pokemon Day of like, oh, it's called Pokemon Legends ZA, and that might be in reference to like AZ. And I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure he's like, you know, old or something, and it's like, oh no, he's like hundreds of years old and like the eternal king that will live forever or something. And it's like, he's the one, or maybe he's like I think it was 300 or 3,000 years old, and he's like cursed with eternal life, and basically activated the ultimate death machine of life, or whatever it is, the ultimate weapon to, I think, restore his Floette, which made it the unique eternal Floette. But then that Floette was disappointed in him for activating the weapon, and then it abandoned him for years and years. When it, like, at the end of this story, the Floette, like, returns to AZ, I think, for, like, helping stop the weapon getting used again. Yeah, the basic idea with the Nuzlocke is that, you know, first time you encounter a Pokemon on a route, that is the only Pokemon that you can catch. And that is, like, not, oh, the first Pokemon I walked into in this cave was a Zubat. If I fail to catch this Zubat, I can go catch another one. No, it's like that one Zubat that you first encounter in that cave. In that cave is the only chance you will ever get to be allowed to catch a Pokemon. If you kill it, or it runs away, or whatever, no chance at another Pokemon in that area. Another thing is that you're meant to always nickname your Pokemon. You cannot just leave them, you know, unnamed. You're attached to the Pokemon that you nickname. And then another thing is, I think. Maybe we do have the TM for Attract. And then another big part of it is, if any of your Pokemon's health gets to 0, then that Pokemon dies. It doesn't just faint. It dies, you put it in a graveyard in your PC, it's never to be used ever again. Those are like 3 of the basic main rules. So what route are we just on now? We went to Dendermill Town, and this is classed as the Frost Cavern, even though it's outside. Okay, it's still part of the cavern. I would imagine that Bergmite is in the cavern. Something is wrong in the cavern, man. Mamoswine usually can't get through here. Usually can't get enough of giving people rides on Route 17. These days it seems to be too worried about something in the Frost Cavern to give rides anymore. So basically just... it sends something's going wrong in the Frost Cavern to get through Route 17, and you need this Mamoswine, and it's not going to do anything until you sort out whatever the fuck's going on in that cavern. Okay. Oh, hello. Like, it is a big cool looking cavern, but like, it is a bit weird from this camera angle and this perspective that I do think you'll lose a little bit of that sense of scale when it's basically like 2 stories worth of buildings and your character is over half the size of like a story. It's like, it's basically the size of an entire like big cavern entrance. People messing around with Mamoswine. I can imagine that just, yeah, generally people have now been like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of like copycats out there just going like, I also, oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't think she went that far. Yeah, there's probably a lot of people copycatting going, well, I could just use my favourite ice Pokemon and then I'll win tournaments. It's like, no, because that works in that one tournament setting, but now there's going to be a bunch of people who were like, oh, I should really try and cover my ass, because now people are going to try and come up with these ice anti-meta builds. We didn't give the world power-up punch back. Right, pardon me. So yeah, it's like, I get where they're coming from, and like I was tempted to be like, oh, you know, maybe the Alolan Ninetales I've been using isn't a terrible idea. What was the change that they made to Hail Fully? Like, because I just thought it did the same thing of like, oh well, Sandstorm gives, I think it's what, 25% special defense buff. I just thought it did that. Does it give like a boost to both defenses in exchange for like not doing damage anymore? Ice types get a 50% defense boost, right? Okay. Yeah, like after seeing the Alolan Ninetales, I am a lot more down with the idea of committing to just making Alolan Ninetales the Pokemon that I use my Terror on. Like, maybe that means that I should probably get rid of Ogerpon, but Ogerpon's been really useful with it to get the Follow Me off, so that I can almost guarantee me getting the Aurora Veil up. The Rock types get a 50% boost, special defense boost in Sand, and Sandstorm does damage to people that aren't Steel or Rock. But Snow is only allowed to boost the defense, but not damage. That seems a bit unbalanced still between the two. Now I'm happy with Crunch. A backup Snow Setter. Yeah, it just obviously like, oh. Oh. That's a bit annoying. I like Haunter, but we don't have a way of getting a Gengar. It was like when we caught an Onix early on. But obviously we got traded a Steelix with Thumper. But it just means I'm never able to fully evolve this Pokemon that we're... Out of all the Pokemon we could have got in Frost Cavern, Haunter's a little bit just upsetting, really. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have to get like a little online cheering squad on the go. I mean, I wasn't overly bothered about whether Surf just killed the Haunter or not, because we probably won't get much use out of it. But I guess we can catch it. Honestly, I might as well just keep, like, my Gourgeist as my... or future Gourgeist. Probably look up how you evolve a Pumpkaboo in this, actually. Because, yeah, it's just like, we could have got, like, a Bergmite, a Bertic, Jinx, Piloswine, that could have been a Mamoswine, like, Vanillite, Smoochum. Nothing ridiculously good, but we could have ended up with a fully evolved Pokemon at least. We did call the Magneton, not Rotom. Did capture it, and then the Haunter. What do we want to call the Haunter? Just like in Lackluster. Yeah, I'm definitely just, like, it's one of those of I am quickly getting over this whole, like, mental block that I've had for a long time of just not using meta Pokemon. Like, I'm using Urshifu. It was just the best way to kind of just drop myself in at the deep end of, like, what's a Pokemon? I utterly fucking hate both, like, how much usage it gets and just playing against it. But, like, well, if I'm able to put an Urshifu on my team and start appreciating using it, I think I can probably get over anything. And just, yeah, I think that's definitely helped that, like, as I say, like, that almost, like, mental block in my brain. Yeah, yeah. Because that's the point of, like, at some point, you've got to be scared, like, stop being scared of the meta, because if I go to a tournament, that's all I'm going to be fighting against. It's like, there's doing things like being clever and finding anti-meta builds specifically against, like, what's going on of, you know, I can't remember the user, but the person who won the tournament going like, oh, there's 3 big threats that are all super weak against ice right now. Like, let's lean into that. So there is ways to, like, build an anti-meta team, but generally speaking, it's one of those of just, like, if you can't beat them, join them kind of things. But, like, most people are not good enough and don't know the meta well enough and can plan, you know, a surprise team out of nowhere to counteract the meta. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is, like, try and come up with using those meta Pokemon in a way that, like, maybe not every single person, you know. Maybe I do use a Flutter Mane and Urshifu, but maybe I team them up with other Pokemon that people aren't expecting as much. Stuff like that. You know what? I'm gonna call this Haunter Haunted, because it can just never evolve. Just never allowed to. That's the thing is, like, I really appreciated when Legends Arceus were like, well, there's no trade nor multiplayer or anything in this. It's purely a single player Switch game. So what we're gonna do is just give you, like, the link cable item or whatever it was called. Something along those lines. But it was just an item where the entire purpose of it was, well, any Pokemon that requires trading, you can just use this item on it, and it will act as if it's been traded and evolved and traded back. And just the fact that they haven't just opened that up as an item for people that don't have, you know, friends that do all their trading with, or they don't necessarily want to go onto a forum and trust people to, you know, to fucking just trade the Pokemon back. I've had that before where I was like, well, okay, well, I could trade all these Pokemon, but that means I've got to go onto Reddit and just trust some randomer to trade my Pokemon back. Yeah, sure, if you want to jump on, I'll probably be streaming for like another hour or so if you want to jump on and have a bit of Pokemon discussion. Be good to speak to you. You can let me know, or you can vent about all your Final Fantasy combat frustration. Don't worry, he's not going to be talking like story spoilers or anything, do not worry. Got it, don't do this. Don't do this to me. I mean, we're on set battles anyway, but... Okay, Rhydon. We should be able to just one-shot a Rhydon then. I was going to say, we'll see what Pokemon it is and then swap out to whatever's going to be good against it, but I'm pretty confident that a Surf can one-shot a ride on just like the 4 times weakness on the terrible spell. Yeah, obviously, that's why I've been like just enjoying, you know, battling with yourself, Red Hot, and then being able to like every now and then, you know, I'll talk to Carl about some ideas I've got and stuff as well. But I'll probably, when I get a bit of a better understanding, I'll probably try and like make more of an effort, to just, you know, get some viewers' attentions of Wiki Weekends maybe, and be like, oh, fuck, not do that, but maybe, you know, ask a few more people in Wiki Weekends, or mention it a bit more of like, hey, specifically if you want to like theory craft Pokemon, like come over and help talk to me about it and stuff like that. But Hariyama's 46. Well, let's just get rid of this Grumpig. I'm hoping that Crocodile has just bulk enough that if Hariyama's targeted it, it can take a hit. Particularly, yes, please get rid of Smoke Screen for substitute. That would be lovely. Cool, whatever. Cool. I'll just go through this battle and hopefully no one will die. Fingers crossed. Need to give it power up punch again. I need to remember that. Wake up slap. Oh, oh. Shit. Type resistances time. Type resistances time. Hariyama. Because I am very bad at what resist. What does taken dark is half, yeah. So I've got to have another turn. The dig. I'm hoping it goes for a wake up slap so that if it goes for Darth Inky, it won't affect it. Wait. Oh, I genuinely thought wake up slap was a normal type move. Inky, you're just sitting there and tanking hits while we attack. Holy shit. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Oh. I'm just gonna Hyper Potion. Pray to God the crit doesn't happen. I don't know what we've done. Oh, you fuck! Get hit by the fucking hypnosis. Come on, Padme. Please don't die now that Anakin's in the party. Piece of shit. Hypnosis, come on. Bird. Where did these level 46 Pokemon come out of? When the fuck did this happen? could have killed anyone. Well, whatever. It would be very fitting of like the moment Anakin joins the squad, Padme died. Oh, fucking stressful. Giving you a call now, Carl. Go. Wasn't sure if you were able to notice.
Oh, sorry, yeah. You were trying
No,
calling
yeah.
me, I missed it because I was getting a cup of tea.
No, I was just like, getting just fucking scared by a Hariyama because 4 Pokemon armor team of Dark types. And all of a sudden,
Hariyama
like,
Grande. Coming in.
Coming in, but like, all of a sudden I've gone from all my Pokemon were a little bit over leveled to like this Hariyama's 5 levels higher than everything I've got in my team.
Mate, Hariyama Grande does not fuck around.
No. So just like getting...
Just broke up with Pete Davidson. Back on the bounce. Let's go.
That's I think like people are starting to come around on it more, but like, because obviously Taylor Swift was always the one that got absolute like shit for all her exes and stuff.
Yes.
And like, oh, you made songs about them, and it's like, well, I think Ariana Grande has clearly made some songs about her exes, and from the sounds of it, treated her exes way worse than Taylor Swift has.
I think what was the way I've seen it put is like, yeah, Taylor Swift, she said, in her defense, if her boyfriends that she's had didn't want to write songs about them, they shouldn't have done shitty things that people criticise.
They shouldn't have done things to write a song about.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what, I agree with that. So here's my next song. It's called Taylor Swift Jet Pollutes More Than 4,000 Families in America per year. Yeah. It's like, man, someone needs to make that song. I love all like the art people are doing of like, oh, what here's Taylor Swift like just moving, like, you know, going to the bathroom on a jet, and it's a little plane inside of a big plane, flying from one side to the other. Oh, well, I agree more for how's the battle in? Have we lost anyone?
We haven't lost anyone right now. We had just got a Pumpkaboo recently and called it Anakin, and like Crocodile is called Padme, and Padme was like nearly dying. I was like, it's fitting for Padme to like nearly be dying the moment Anakin joins.
Oh man, it's my favourite line in Star Wars. Padme, is she okay? And it's like, man, I feel so bad that they got James Earl Jones to say that line.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they brought him back into like, Padme, is she okay? It's like, he doesn't know who Padme is. He's supposed to go home.
Yeah, like I don't remember that line being in there. Is that like something that they added later?
No, it's in the final.
Oh, is it in fucking Rise of Skywalker?
No, it's in the prequels. The final one of the prequels.
Oh, in the prequels?
Yeah, it's the first thing like Darth Vader says when they wake up.
I didn't realise that was James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Not anymore, it's BAI now. Don't worry.
It would be, yeah. Don't worry. We wouldn't have to bring him back. We just have to bring back his memory via AI.
Well, I think he signed up for it because they offered him like a shit ton of money. Like, fuck it, who cares? Like, they're gonna do it anyway. And I respect that because James Earl Jones was like, they're gonna do it anyway.
I might as well earn some money for my like family. Like, me and my family might as well get paid. The most Pokemon energy will come out on top. Does that mean we're about to get like Mega Bomber Snow? Mega Bomber Snow is definitely one of those megas where like I only just kind of remembered it happened.
It's because like most of the megas were shit. Like as an idea, it was great, but then you realize that most of them were bad.
See, most of them were either not great in battle but had great designs, or vice versa.
Some of them were straight up just worse than the regular version. Which is a bit that cracks me up. Like Aggron legit just got worse.
Aggron got worse. Garchomp. Garchomp. Scizor. and Blaziken also all got worse, provided that you had a speed boost Blaziken, that was. Which at the time, admittedly, was a bit more difficult to get. Like, hidden abilities weren't easy to get in Gen 6. So it's like, yeah, okay, I 100% understand when people are like, man, Blaziken's just worse. It's like, yeah, but most people just had a Blaziken with Blaze. X wouldn't... The Pokemon... Charizard X was the black one that was the Fire Dragon type with the, like, cool blue flames. And then Charizard Y was the one that was just Charizard with, like, 10% more design added to it.
Yeah, it's like Charizard, but, like, you're looking at it in HD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like, because some of them, like, as well, like, design-wise, like, Aerodactyl was just Aerodactyl with a few spikes on it.
Like, a lot of them were that, yeah. Like Mega Beedrill, just like, which is more B.
No, but Mega Beedrill goes from, like, he's a B to, like, he's, like, ultimate Death Carnage B.
Yeah.
Like,
they should have said he's like the Murder Hornet.
It did basically become a Murder Hornet. It was so cool. Like,
and the thing is, it still sucks because they went ahead and just gave like, oh, we're going to give Garchomp a Mega.
yeah.
It's also how good Garchomp is. Well, the Mega of Garchomp was worse than Garchomp.
Mm-hmm.
So which proved that he didn't need it. It was already such a strong Pokemon. You literally didn't need to do it.
And it's also quite funny because just... do we not have full heals? Oh, there we are, yeah. It just goes to show, though, how broken Pokemon is now. With, like, arguably, most of those Mega Pokemon wouldn't be top tier.
Yeah, to the point where, like, as I just said, some Mega Pokemon were worse than the original version of the Pokemon, which proved those Pokemon didn't need an upgrade. They didn't need the Mega.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't need the Mega because they were already strong enough.
Speaking of one that got, like, a Pokemon that got really fucking nicely redeemed by Mega, though, is, like, Houndoom.
Yeah, Houndoom. I don't mind Houndoom.
It got solar power, it got a good stat boost, it got a cool, like, just, it doubled down on Demon Dog. Like, yeah, it was cool as fuck. And, like, admittedly, you know, when it comes to competitive, yeah, unfortunately, a Mega Houndoom didn't have a chance to take your Mega slot over, like, a Mega Kangaskhan did.
Which is the problem, yeah. Like, they were too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that were good were just so much better than every other one, which means that all the other ones, it didn't matter. Like, they might as well have not existed.
Mega Ordino was pointless. I don't remember what Mega Ordino did, because no one ever fucking used Mega Ordino. Everyone went for... Oh, instead of going for, like, you know, a cool-looking one, which was, like, your cult favourite, like, going for, you know, a Mega Absol, or a Mega Houndoom, or Mega Ordino, or Mega Altaria. It was... Every fucker just used, like, Mega Charizard Y, Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Mawile, Mega Medicham. No fucker was out there using Mega Abomasnow. Yeah! Another Mega Stone that we can't use during our Nuzlocke because we got a Haunter in this cave.
Yay. But I like the thing as well, like, I think me and you were very similar mindset. So just that Mega was a great idea, but they couldn't help themselves, and they had to give it to all the Pokemon that were already good.
They either gave it to Pokemon that were already good, or, like, you know, the ones that they did give it to that weren't good enough, there was never any point in using them because they decided to give them to some really good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, the moment you decide to give it to pseudo-legendaries, even if you did make cool new Pokemon like Mega Beedrill, what was the point in wasting your Mega Stone on that?
Exactly. It's fun with all Pokemon. It's like, same with, like, what? Dynamax in. Oh, we're going to put some unique Gigantamax forms in. They give like 6 Pokemon, and just... I remember when we went through all the Gigantamax stuff, and just... Some of them were just legit, just better. Like there was just no. Why would you use this over any other one? And then they went and put like Cavalry X and was like that Gigantamax. And fuck you.
Yeah, and same with just like you know, it's like with the megas, just why would you sit around using like, as I say, like Mega Beedrill or Mega Pidgeot? It's like, it's cool if it's your favorite one, but sorry, Mega Mawile's just better. Mega Kangaskhan just tears 90% of Mega Pokemon apart.
Like, you just look at someone and think, what were they thinking?
Mm-hmm.
So what do they do? Every move hits twice.
But I suppose that's the exact same thing when you start talking about any, you know, competitive side of Pokemon. Is like, well, okay, a lot of the Gen 9 Pokemon I think had pretty cool designs. Like, one of my favourite Pokemon designs ever, just because I'm biased towards sausage dogs, Darkspawn came out.
Yeah, little Dashboard.
And it's like little Darkspawn with like full baked body, which is a fucking adorable little great ability. And it's like, but why would he ever use this cute Pokemon? Because we have all of these really stupid meta Pokemon, like all the Flutter mains in the world exist, and just make it basically a Pokemon that if you're playing competitively doesn't exist.
It's a shame.
Mm-hmm. And that's why sometimes I like just playing Pokemon in the sense of doing things like a Nuzlocke, or fuck it, I'm now committed to just using these Pokemon I might not normally use, because they're the only Pokemon I'm allowed to catch. I get by name.
Oh, like speaking of broken and split row, I've been playing some Final Fantasy. I've got to Cosmo Canyon, and I got to that part where it's like, hey, I need to go around like the map and just get pick up all the stuff. It's like, you know what? I'll save that for another day. I don't want to like beeline towards the story and then like miss out on all the stuff that's here. I don't want to like walk around to collect all the stuff right now because I've had my fill.
Yeah,
but mate, there's some stuff coming up that is broken as fuck. There is legit something where I got it and went, there's no way this works the way that it says that it does.
And then you're like, oh no, it does. Oh shit.
Is that it can't do what it says that it does, because that would be too stupid. Why would they let one character do this? Oh, now Well, they've done that like 3 or 4 times. There's like 3 or 4 things that are just so fucking broken.
Right, yeah.
So whereabouts are you like in the story? Or have you, you found any like interesting builds or anything?
Not overly. Last couple of times I've sat down, the last couple of nights I've been so tired that I've like fell asleep playing it almost immediately. So I'm still just like basically Costa del Sol like beginning area. I went from on Sunday night I had like over a dozen play hours in the game, and now I'm about 15 because I keep just falling asleep trying to like play it when I've finished with everything I need to do in the day. And then this weekend's super busy for me seeing friends and family. So I'm like, that's going to be nice. But I'm also going to be sitting there, I'm not going to be able to play any Final Fantasy till like Sunday night.
That's what I think. I'm seeing a friend tomorrow and then another friend on Saturday, but Sunday's all for me. It's like, you know what, on Sunday, I'll go to the gym, I'll come in, I'll order a pizza, and I'll probably finish the game.
Oh, nice.
So I'm feeling like Chapter 10 is Cosmo Canyon. I went straight after Cosmo Canyon is like the moment in the original game. And I'm feeling like my party's getting pretty strong. I don't know how much stronger I could get.
Because that's the thing, I have no context for like how far through I would have been, you know, to like the end of where the game's going to take the break before the third part comes in, because like I've never played Final Fantasy 7. So I've got no reference points for any of that stuff. So what can we get on this Route 17? What are our chances of Pokemon we could get? Oh! There's 4 Pokemon, and 2 of them are Snover and a Bomber Snow.
Oh, Bomber Snow's
I don't know what
Get
the
Obama.
rates are. in terms of like encounter rates, but 2 of the 4 Pokemon we could catch could lead us to having the ability to have a Mega Pokemon on our team. Because we've still not Mega Evolved, Carl. Because we fucked off and
the key mechanic of the game.
we didn't get the Lucario, and we left it there, and then the Venusaur died as we evolved it into the Venusaur, if you remember.
I was there for that. I've been
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
down.
Like, because we were debating whether, like, Ivysaur would stay alive after it evolved after dying. And it didn't. So, I don't know where we encounter these Pokemon, whether it is just in this big snowfield. Oh, who is it? Oh, it's Delibird! Oh, no!
The problem is, like, isn't Delibird, like, it has one move?
And its unique move is dreadful, because it just has a half a chance or whatever it is of just healing your opponent. But that means that I think that's the only chance we had of getting, like, Mega Abomasnow on our team. And instead we get a fucking... Oh, I'm just looking now of, like, yeah, Snova's just, like, seemingly not available elsewhere. Oh, no.
That's just like a rough time.
I was feeling really good about... Maybe we'll get to have a Mega Pokemon. The entire gimmick that, like, I do actually, you know, really enjoy with all its flaws. And, yeah, no chance of getting an Abomasnow anymore.
I guess that's like, though, you live by the Nuzlocke, you die by the Nuzlocke.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. But, like, just the idea of clicking and going, oh, man, there's only 4 Pokemon in this route, and 2 of them could lead us to Mega Abomasnow. And instead it's like, would you like a terrible Pokemon? I love Delabird's design, but it's terrible. That's doing alright, hopefully. I'm not. I'm having an existential crisis of, like, the Nuzlocke did me in again. So I've spent all this stream, like, you know, it would be nice to get to use a Mega Pokemon. That would be nice of Pokemon to, like...
use the key gimmick of the game. The thing that the game basically spends the...
Exactly. It's given
you have to get that Lucario, mate. If you want a Mega, you have to get that Lucario.
Literally given us 2 opportunities, and this would have been the 3rd. This is the 3rd Mega Stone we've gotten so far. In the first 3 quarters of the game. Just... gonna call it pain.
So you never really...
Just gonna call this Delibird pain.
You're never gonna use this thing, I imagine, right?
It's just too terrible. Both, like, its stats are terrible. Its ability's not great. It's got a useless move. What a shame. Fuck you, Delibird. Just, like, truly bringing us that moment of, like, just Metal Gear Solid 3 coming in, like, the fury, the pain, the sorrow.
It'd be a great name, actually, for a Delibird. Like, just the fury.
Oh dear. And, like, I wonder... I'm genuinely going to Google this now. Like, Pokemon X, Megastone locations. I'm wondering how many more chances. I know that we abandoned the Lucario, but fuck trying to make Mega Lucario and Lucario a thing. Finding Mega Stones. It's like, I like how it's like, most Mega Stones can be found after beating the Pokemon League. It's like, it's the gimmick of the entire game and story.
Yeah, but fuck you.
Absolite is given to you by your rival after defeating them in Kalude City. Okay, so that looks like it's like near the end. Okay, it's where like the battle maison and stuff is held. So that's like post-game city, I think. Aerodactylite is given to you by a scientist in the fossil lab after Glittering Cave. So how do we get Aerodactyl in Gen 6 then? I'm genuinely curious about how many chances do we actually have of getting a Mega Pokemon on our team in this Nuzlocke. Revive from Old Amber.
Which you can get works. Here's where it is, like,
Yeah.
where do you actually get the Old Amber?
Because, like, fuck it, if I can run around and go... Actual location, maybe? Pokemon X. Why is Google just, like, useless nowadays? It's like...
Oh, it's all AI now.
Aerodactyl location, Pokemon X, and it comes up. Well, you have to get the Old Amber, take it to the lab on Cinnabar Island. It's like, that's fucking Gen 1! Huh.
Almost like every like service online is completely fucking cooked. But it's actually like hilarious.
I mean, chat, that's like maybe up to your distinction of whether you're even allowed to go get an Aerodactyl.
Pretty sure you're right. You're allowed to get the ones that you collect, right? That's why, like,
well, you're allowed to gift Pokemon. Like, just
like
gift...
finding an Amber on the floor, right? That's fine.
Well, but you have to specifically go and find, like, them by using Rock Smash on rocks in Glittering Cave and then reviving an Aerodactyl. It's like, you get it. I mean, I'll have a look and see what other Mega Pokemon we might be able to get. Okay. The Charizard one. Got our Venusaur, right? What does it mean by saying powering up Mega Ring?
Pokemon makes no fucking sense. Like, when you could be saying anything right now, Luke, 'cause I've got no idea what any of this means. Powering up my Mega Ring. The fuck does that mean?
To power up your Mega Ring is you have to go to the Battle Maison after beating the Pokemon League. Yeah. Cool. I love that as well. After you've powered up your Mega Ring, these Mega Stones can be found at Twilight Hour / midnight between the times of like 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.
It's so stupid. Like, what about kids who've got to go to bed early? What the fuck are they gonna do?
And like we were in like the Lost Hotel earlier, and it's like, oh cool, one of the Pokemon here is a Rotom. Like, oh, Rotom's usually like a bit more of a fixed thing. Also, hey Tam, sorry, I was just busy we were doing some bullshit research on where to get Pokemon and shit, but like, just, yeah, oh, how do we get a Rotom in this Lost Hotel? Because it's usually a bit trickier to get Rotom. Oh, well, on Tuesdays it can be found in trash cans.
It's so like,
and it's like,
kids play this game.
I'm playing on a Thursday, what do you mean on Tuesdays?
Like, somewhere out there is a kid who lived at, like, you know, their mum's and would go visit their dad on the weekends, and they had Pokemon of their dad and they never got a Rotom.
Yeah. It's like, oh, cool, check the bins on Tuesdays. It's like, okay, but what if I'm not playing on a Tuesday? And what if I don't know how to, like, change the system settings or the time settings and stuff? As you say, a lot of the people playing this, fucking children. And it's just great. Great, thanks. I'm so glad that you do these bullshit things. Like, if it was like, I get it, legendary Pokemon, but when it's like Mega Stones. Mega Stones, the main gimmick of the game. Like, imagine just telling a kid nowadays of like, well, yeah, if you want to use a Terra Pokemon in your, like, single-player adventure, you've got to wait till 8 p.m.
It's so dumb.
It's like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, you can use Terra Crystals, like, at night time. That's when, or, like, your Terra Orb recharges at 8 p.m. every day. Or something stupid like that. They do also do this in real life, yeah. And please Dex here to tell you something. Person in Outstar City that knows about the legendary Pokemon. Hungry people. Literally just almost completely unusable for us, because the whole point is that we never catch a Pokemon that's a duplicate of what we've already caught, to make sure that you don't end up with like 6 Zubats by accident.
Which is fair. No one needs like Zubats.
We were talking like a bit about this earlier. Like, I genuinely think Mega Pokemon are the best, like, in terms of, like, the best battle gimmick that we've ever had in a Pokemon game.
It's the best of a bad bunch. There's not been many good gimmicks.
And I think the best concept as well, because it's like, in my eyes, a lot of the concept around, like, Mega Pokemon is just, well, here's a bunch of Pokemon that needed some love. We're gonna, like, figure out a way to give them, you know, a new form to utilize, and some of them can be really brokenly good. Like, fuck it, why not? Because you're only allowed one of them in a battle. And
yeah, then, like, if the Pokemon was shit anyway, it's like no one's going to use it, so it's basically a new Pokemon. Awesome.
And it's like, you know, gives some of my favourite Pokemon cool new forms, like Mega Banette and Mawile and Sableye and Absol and Flygon in my head and Ampharos and stuff like that. Of like, here's cool new, like, essentially evolutions of your Pokemon. But I don't like the fact that Gigantamax was so focused on power spiking, though. That's another thing I think is, like, the Z moves became, well, here's just, like, one Pokemon do I want to kill, and Gigantamax became, well, if my Pokemon also doesn't Gigantamax, it's just 3 turns of that.
Gigantamax basically just really annoyingly slowed down the game.
Yeah,
that was the problem with Gigantamax. It just brought the game to a screeching halt.
It did. And like, yeah, I do also think, you know, technically all Pokemon couldn't be Gigantamax; they could all be Dynamax. Gigantamax is when they gave them the unique forms, and then they had unique moves that were super broken. So why wouldn't you, like, why were you Dynamaxing a Pokemon that couldn't be a Gigantamax Pokemon? Which essentially made them new Megas, because why would you use one that didn't have a unique Gigantamax form and Gigantamax move? Is that any Pokemon could be Dynamaxed, but again, like, why would you Dynamax a Pokemon instead of Gigantamaxing a Pokemon? Like, why would you not go for the fucking Gigantamax Lapras that can do Aurora Veil on a damaging move or something?
It smacks of laziness. It smacks of, we did not have enough time to get all of this done.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to give all of them like a unique thing, but we couldn't do it. It's like, fuck it, you can just make them all giant.
And yeah, it's just like, I like the idea of, well, anyone can use the gimmick of Z moves or Dynamaxing, and they've kind of fixed it a little bit more with Terras, because there's only like 2 Pokemon that have anything unique with it. But it's like Z moves again. Anyone can use a Z move though. It's not just locked to 50 Mega Pokemon. Okay, but there's some Pokemon that get using unique superpowered Z moves. Oh, so they're the special ones that you might as well. Okay. So that you have the option to use it on anyone, but you'd be stupid to. Same with how we were saying that half of the Mega Pokemon are worthless, because some of the other Mega Pokemon were so good, why would you ever use them?
It's like, the company is not good at its job, let's put it that way.
Yep, totally.
Never forget when it came to Gigantamax. Do you know, like, the 3 clouds that were around Pokemon's head, and it was Gigantamax? Those 3 clouds. When, your second turn of, like, Gigantamax was up, or Dynamax, whatever you used, and that second, one of the clouds disappeared.
Each turn one disappeared to, like, signify how many moves it had left Gigantamax, yeah.
Yes, if you were making, like, that, Lucas, I would say, you're not a game designer, but just put your thinking cap on and think, what would you do to make the model different? Like, how would you change that model?
In what sense?
Like, what would you do to, like, get that, like, in the game's code? You just take one of the clouds away, right?
I mean, yeah.
They made an entirely new model and just gave it 2 clouds instead of 3. So rather than, like, removing one of the clouds...
So rather than the clouds being separate models than the Pokemon?
Yeah, the
there
Pokemon
was 3
with 3
different
clouds,
models of every Gigantamax Pokemon.
And every Dynamax Pokemon, yes.
And every
one
Dynamax
with 2 clouds, one with 2. One with 3 clouds, one with 2 clouds, one with 1 cloud.
Why were the clouds not just their own separate entity?
Because the Pokemon company doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
That's so inefficient.
It's like they don't... Lucas, that's Pokemon.
Yeah, that's so inefficient.
Because I think, when you talk about, like, that thing like lazy devs and, like, say, like, Smash Bros, like, clone characters, like, no, you don't understand, like, the clone character didn't really take that much effort.
Mm-hmm.
But Dynamax Pokemon really did, because each one was, like, 3 separate models that they had to make.
And, like, don't get me wrong, I do think that Game Freak developers aren't necessarily lazy or bad. It's that they've got a couple hundred employees making several different games, and the release cycles of those games are, like, hammered in to 3 years.
Oh, they're brutal, yeah.
Like,
the actual, like, time they have to make stuff is, like, brutal.
The teams that are working on Pokemon are like a fifth the size of other Nintendo developers, even, who are half the size of, like, some of the Sony teams. They are basically a mobile developer still in terms of the size of them. And any, like, new hires they do pull in are working on, like, a Pokemon Legends game. They've got another team working on the mainline Pokemon games. They've got other Pokemon, like, spin-offs and stuff. And they've also got another AAA project that they're working on with... I can't remember exactly who it is, but it's, like... a publisher set up someone to work with, like, smaller teams, and I can't remember who it is. But that means there's essentially 3 games and extra work that they have to do on other, you know, spin-offs and stuff over a few hundred developers, and they are also locked in on like 2 games coming out every 3 years. And that is brutal. It's fucking brutal.
Like, I fully understand, like, it's ridiculous the amount of work they're supposed to do. It was just sometimes just little things like that.
Things like that
so
where you're
funny.
like, but that doesn't.
Why?
Like, that doesn't even make logical sense. It's like, that's not being put on a rough time scale. That's making your life harder for you. Like,
it's like, did you just not know how to do this?
Yeah,
Like,
that one specific example is very daft.
Like, when you're like learning how to first use like Adobe Premiere or whatever, there must be like something you're doing the really stupid, inefficient way. So like, why don't you just do this?
Well, yeah, there's plenty of stuff when I literally, like, when I did, you know, 2 years of learning game dev at uni, like, there was stuff like that, but yeah, just I didn't expect to be employed and not knowing stuff. But yeah, not knowing like relatively basic stuff that would seem like, even for a layperson, a bad idea. But you know, you never know what like goes into these problems and all the behind the scenes and stuff. Like, I would like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but that one is just like, who is doing that and who is making that decision?
It's just so baffling. It's the only word to use, a word that I like. Baffling.
Really trying to think of, like, maybe just get it back.
Oh man, is it like still the generation where berries in single player got used forever when they were like in game?
Not overly. It's just like, I don't have that many.
No, I mean, do you know, like when you play
items.
online, if you like your citrus berry gets used in the online battle, when you go battle again, your Pokemon goes to citrus berry.
Mm-hmm.
It cracked me up in like single mainline Pokemon games that did like consumable items get used forever. And I remember once where I was playing through the game, I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to give like, you know, my Shedinja a focus band so I can like, you know, go through the main game with a Shedinja. And I remember like the focus band got used, and I was like, okay, cool. And then, wait, where'd the focus band go? It's like, oh, in single player, it gets used forever, and you got to go get another one.
I don't think that happens.
It does in some of the earlier games.
Yeah.
Though. I'm like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah,
of letting you an item you can use once.
Just like, what do you mean? What do you mean it used up the focus sash? And like, some of those items that could be used up were like, yeah, that was the one that was in the game.
Yep.
And yeah, what do you mean it's just used? It's like, why is it used up? And you literally, if you didn't know that the only thing you could do was like, oh yeah, save it, because otherwise you're fucked. Like, save it for when you're doing competitive battles, because then it doesn't get used. But if you don't know that, like, what the shit?
Is that how many people like play down? Well, this item's fucking useless. Then I don't want to pay like $10,000 for another one.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to put a little Aqua Mary James. We don't want a beige cycling. That'll happen. This was like back, just, you know. I mean, actually, I was about to be like, well, you couldn't take off your hat in these games, and then it's like, wait, no, you can't even fucking change your outfit in the new games, like, barely.
Like, you've never been able to take your hat off ever. Except that I think like it was Sword and Shield. It finally let you take your hat off.
I think it was Sword and Shield, yeah.
And then they took out just outfits changed completely.
Like, not completely,
ridiculous.
But it's like, which one of these, like, 4 uniforms you want to wear? Like, what? Yeah. Just make it a berry or something. Yeah, totally. Just, yeah, there were Pokemon games that did that shit. Of just, oh, well, yeah. Do you want another focus sash? Good luck, tough. Sorry, you used it.
Make another one.
You can't. It's like, great, thanks. Just sometimes you just couldn't get them back, yeah. We didn't actually look up, did we, how to... So maybe we'll go back and get an Aerodactyl. But we never looked up how to evolve Pumpkaboo. Oh! Oh, it's another trade one.
That means you can't get it.
No, as in, like, trade to evolve.
For fuck's sake. Why is everything trade to evolve?
So we've got a Haunter and a Pumpkaboo. And we can't get fucking either of them. Can't evolve either of them.
I mean, we already talked about how that's absolute horseshit, and like the fact there's not a thing in the game to let you do it if you've not got friends.
I was talking about this earlier, of like they added that item in Pokemon Legends Arceus because there was no trading or anything. But then it's now not in the game anymore. Also, this hat looks terrible with this outfit. It really does. Like, I want like a little blue hat. I was really excited to get a Pumpkaboo. That means we've got like Pumpkaboo and Haunter, and earlier in the game we got an Onix. Luckily, there is an in-game trade of a Steelix. So Thumper's been super helpful, but yeah, that just means that we've got like Haunter, Onix, and Pumpkaboo, taking up three of the limited Pokemon we can get in the game, and none of them are allowed to be evolved because they have to be traded.
It's so stupid.
And I think Magneton, to get to Magnezone, that has to be traded with an item, right?
With a Magnet, I think, yeah.
That might be 4.
It's legitimately one of the most frustrating things about the series now. But I get it. You know, trading and like, all that stuff was like a big deal back in the day.
Got to level it up at therapy. Level it up while at Route 13. Suppose we could put a Magnezone in the Magnezone.
Is it not like...
Level it up at Route 13.
Oh, so it's just you can just level it up and get one.
Yeah.
That's better than nothing, I suppose.
It's a specific location, but...
That's better than you've got so far. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Let me guess. None of the Pokemon learned Fly. Let's go get the Pidgeot then. Like, maybe that's why we should go get an Alakazam, a fucking Aerodactyl. It's a useful Pokemon that can fly.
He also looks super bossy when you fly around an Aerodactyl. Like, oh.
It would look cool. Can Vibrava learn Fly?
I think it can, right? Because it's like its first step to, you know, realizing its dream, becoming like a flying Pokemon.
Get rid of. The issue I've got with it right now is I've got a good moveset.
Just before as well, it was really easy to get rid of moves.
Let's get rid of Crunch because we got loads of dark Pokemon on the team.
Not till Hariyama Grande comes in, sort you right out.
Just Harry Hammer would like to have a word with you about that statement. So Route 30. Go. Route 13 out of Lumiose. I might just hop into a shop in Lumiose and see if we can get a better looking hat for this outfit. It's just like, it's just the wrong shade of pink for me. With this like really bright, like the pink, the white, and the aqua all going together with like the darker pink. It doesn't quite fit for my liking, at least. Powder or a Pokeball boot. Pokeball? Well, of course, why would it? You know, I don't know why Pokemon decided that they specifically were just going to make some of the Pokeballs, like, really, you know, special, but special by just limiting how many you can fucking get.
Like, so in the newer games, there's just Pokemon that you just can't get.
It's just,
there's Pokeballs
do you want a moon ball?
One.
Okay, well, you can go to, like, the auction center and auction off, like, one moon ball for sale on a random chance that might happen at one of the stalls, and you're gonna get outbid up to like 100 grand for one. I just never understood why all of a sudden they went, yeah, we're gonna make it almost impossible.
But they're in the game, that's the thing. They're in the game, but you can't use them.
Mm-hmm.
So why make them difficult to get? Why not make them just like you can pick up off the floor?
Because then it makes it a flex when people have a Pokemon in them, I guess.
There's still I don't even know we're in the game.
Yeah. That's the thing, is not only is it really tough to get a Moon Ball, which is one of my favourite designs, it's also super hard to catch a Pokemon in the Moon Ball when you've got it, because it's intended to be only for Pokemon that evolve via a Moon Ball. So good luck with that one Moon Ball you paid 100 grand for. Actually seems as if there's maybe no place to get clothes in Lumiose City itself. Let's just search Pokemon X boutiques. Maybe we can just go shopping. Where are all the clothing shops? There is one in Lumiose City somewhere. So we'll find that first. Where's a map? Oh,
you mean
Lottery Center? Oh, okay. It's the really stupid one. Yeah. Now that you say that, I do remember there being that in Lumiose of like, oh well, this is like the super exclusive store because this is basically Paris.
If it was really Paris, you'd have someone like swearing at you for not speaking French.
Just swearing at you, like assuming you don't speak French because you don't look French.
Yeah.
Although, you know, yet again, the French strike as like, just in terms of being able to just shout the loudest and get shit done of like, oh, we're the first country to ever make abortions like human right.
Well, America had that, and then they decided, you know what, we're just going to slide a little bit back.
I can't remember the exact terminology of it, but it was the very first one to have it, you know, specifically enshrined in a certain way where it's like, no, this is, fuck you, you cannot fuck around with this. Like, there is no way you're ripping this away from people.
America's like, it's amateurs.
How
Why not
about
just like...
we take your human rights away from you instead? Wouldn't that be nice? Wait, what? No. Or city of what? Means? Nope. For their city, we just actually no, we checked up. Ended. Maybe there's a nicer outfit, nicer hat that fits this outfit. And that is the thing. I think Pokemon X was great for introducing customization, but when you look at it, well, there's 6 shops and every shop had one hat.
Yep.
And not one hat to customize, one hat in one color. Just it was very limited, but at least they introduced it for the first time.
Yeah, they introduced it, and like, you know, with every subsequent game, the feature got better.
Until just randomly, completely doing a 180 on it.
That's the thing, imagine like playing like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Man, I can't wait to see what they did with all the systems. And like, just imagine if they took stuff away from you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like that, and that's what Pokemon does like every year. It's like,
Oh, there
why?
we go. We've got one place full of hats. But it does have a nice paler pink hat. There we go. That fits the outfit a lot better. The same hat. Just make it a nicer, paler pink that fits with the same colour scheme. Now we look much cuter and... you know... It's a bit more... nice and kind of like... It's a two-tone outfit with a couple of blue accessories on it. Much cleaner. Much more coordinated. Go to Route 13 for our good old Magna Zone hope. Be infuriating to like that thing is you know, it's not. It's not overly liked, I'd say, in the UK abortion, but I don't think it's... I think it's mostly accepted.
The thing is, I've literally never heard anyone talk about it. You know, in that way,
it's very quiet. The conversation
like, no one
doesn't really
talks about
exist.
We're like, you know, we're an overly polite people to a fault. You know, stereotypical for the most part. It's like, just, we don't talk about shit like that.
Most people don't, yeah.
Well, you know, it's like, you know, for the good. It means that, you know, people can get stuff like that done. And they can, like, you know, without judgment, because it's not talked about, but it also can result in stuff like, you know, the mental health crises. Just the stiff upper lip attitude of, like, really biting people in the ass. Like, maybe it's not good to bottle stuff up.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of, like, a conversation around abortion is, the conversation just usually doesn't happen.
But it doesn't happen in a way that it's assumed that it happens, and people just don't bother you about it.
There's like no people protesting in the streets about it. So that's
because it's not like... Yeah, because it's a thing that usually happens in a hospital.
Yeah, like... So, you know, although it's not particularly... Maybe like... Maybe it's like frowned upon by some, but not others. At least it is a case of, well, people aren't sitting there and protesting it and having a go about it. It's just like quietly accepted and not really talked about over here. And I think maybe that's how a lot of things when it comes to just personal fucking choice about your own body should be. It's just maybe people just don't talk about it and leave you to do what you need to do. Like, your body, your choice, after all. Just maybe it shouldn't be a conversation where a bunch of other people are demanding that things change.
Well, at the very least, you should be people that have the same like lived experience as you.
Mm-hmm.
Will that be nice?
There we go. Free Magnezone. Like, come in, use a rare candy on it. I suppose
Well,
not Rotom did actually come in use. Little not Rotom helping us out here, but it is a little bit under level. It's 39 though. But as I say, like a lot of our Pokemon, like 39, 40, 41, and we just encountered that level 46 Hariyama. Like, oh, that feels rough. Be kind, Hariyama. Treat me well. And that's the thing. It doesn't even really solve our problem. Because the biggest problem is that we've got 4 Pokemon on the team that were dark, and 3 of those were, like, the other type didn't resist fighting. So 3 Pokemon were weak against fighting types, and now we've just added a 4th. We've just added a steel type.
I was gonna say, electricity is neutral, isn't it? It'll take the 2 damage still.
Uh-huh.
It's a shame. Like, Magnezone is very strong, but it's good. A good wall.
Mm-hmm. It's got super high special attack. Pretty sure it does. Double check. So I've got a better idea of like what we're dealing with. 130 special attack, yeah. And then 115 defense and 90 special defense with 70 HP. So pretty bulky, especially defense-wise, and then just a stonking special attack. And then you look and it's like, well, how many Pokemon nowadays just break that barrier of like the 130 in stats? And it's like, oh, like half of them. Because Pokemon are just obviously, the power creep requires Pokemon stats to get like spikier and spikier.
They must get
like not that the base stats are going up, that just the highest stat that they have. Like, because a lot of Pokemon, it used to be... Well, the fastest Pokemon you're normally going to find is, like, 130. The strongest hitting you're probably going to fight is, like, 130 in attack or special attack, with 1 or 2 exceptions. And now it's like... Oh, look at, like, fucking... What was the stats on, like, Regieleki, where it's, like, 200 speed and 150 special attack or something. S tier on any Nuzlocke dealer. That's pretty cool. That's good to know.
I guess it's just the utility.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more. It doesn't necessarily cover the biggest weakness of my team very well. It's not that Pokemon is bad. I'm quite happy that we've got Magnezone. It's just that... Oh, Disarming Voice is going to hit through the substitute. Fantastic.
That's the thing I always forget about, like, Disarming Voice and stuff.
Like, specifically a lot of, like... I think it's because... Don't sound-based moves hit through substitute.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's just like a weirdly specific interaction, but I guess it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, but I always forget that it happens. It's like an interaction I just don't see or like experience much.
Mind if I talk about something? This is a safe space to talk about things, but it depends what you want to talk about. I'm not just openly given permission before I know what I'm accepting. We still didn't give the world power-up punch again.
Like, you bring power-up punch back.
Oh, it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many moves that are gone, even though they're like super fun. Like the fact they got rid of Pursuit, they made a meta that's all around like fake out, and switching out. And they switching out has never been stronger in Pokemon. They've got like fake out and like U-turn. They took out like one of the few moves that could like threaten Pokemon that did it.
Okay, we're getting out of here. Shit.
Disappear.
The world. Go, take a hit.
Ooh, I'm gonna play some Tekken. I'm thinking I'm gonna play Steve.
Word, can't. This Vaporeon is just not giving me a chance.
As it shouldn't. It's like it knows the memes. It's like I've searched the internet. I've seen death. There's nothing you can do that's not worse than what the internet's made me want to do it myself.
Just please, Muddy Water, just stop. There we go. Let's get that circle on the go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Oh, I avoided the attack. Fuck off. So you can hit like 4 Muddy Waters on a bounce, but my circle throw is just going to miss me.
Well, that's just Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, for fuck's sake. And now my accuracy fell. Come on. He's just fucking hit. The attack again. Oh no. Great. Fucking great. Oh, we lost it.
No! I'm your bad luck charm, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh. Fuck me, like every Muddy Water hit, but none of our circles rose. Fucking hell. Pangoro would have been really nice to have. Fucking rare. But of course, now that we throw out Hypnosis. Yeah. Hypnosis is fine. Hypnosis hits straight away. When we're not at risk of dying. Light screen just wore off in like 3. Oh, yeah, because it's not a guaranteed number unless you use Light Clay, is it?
I think in this gen, yeah. I think in newer gens, it's like
newer
a
gens is
fight,
always
so.
5. Yeah, I think you might be right. In newer gens, it might just be like a guaranteed. Oh,
that's rough. I'm such a bad
you just
influence
you are
on your street.
I say, just like the accidental bad luck charm.
I don't mean to be. I was like,
let's talk about Pokemon, and every time you do, one of my Pokemon dies.
It's like, well, I'm out here. It's like, what? Bye. These are I fucking love Pangoro. He's really going for me. I love that Pokemon.
Yeah. God damn.
It's legit one of my favourite Pokemon. But it really grew on me of how shit it was. I remember, like, I spent I spent ages trying to get one to work. Every time I took one online, it's one psychic and it was dead.
Yeah.
No matter what I did, no matter what build I did, it always got killed in one hit.
I'm not really interested in that conversation, to be honest, John. No, we're here to just have fun and talk Pokemon. The seed bomb.
Right. But there's a time and place for that, and I don't think it's in a stream of someone playing Pokemon
Not
at midnight.
particularly, no. The roughest my mental health can get right now is losing Pangoro. God. The world has literally already died. A poor Pangoro.
I think I saw something like something the other day. It was like just one of those things that you just see like the periphery, because the internet is just like everything's being beamed directly into your eyeballs now.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't even know the name of the content creator, but it's just some big content creator like, please don't do this. And it's like someone in their DMs like, hey, what's up? It's like, yeah, what's up, bro? And then it's like, yeah, it's not great. Like, you know, I've been speaking to my therapist and it's not been going really well. And the streamer's like, look, in the nicest possible way, I don't give a fuck.
Of like, just this, I'm not the person to be reaching out to about this. Like,
Yeah.
we do not know each other.
But what was like the thing that the person put it out? But like the reason I saw it was somebody else retweeting it, calling that person an arsehole.
Of
like,
course, yeah.
As if there's not enough people dumping on it. It's like I completely empathize. It's like I get it.
Yeah.
You can't. Like, it's hard to be there for like, you know, your friends and your partners and your family sometimes.
Let alone just getting unsolicited DMs of like people being, please help with my mental health, stranger that I don't know. It's like, I'm sorry, but like people like don't have the time and capacity for shit like that normally.
Reminds me of, like the legendary like no love for Giacomo. It's like it's just a viral thing from years ago. It's like I always remember this little like Italian kid called Giacomo. And one time he sneezed and he went, "What? No bless you for Giacomo." That's what it is. Like sometimes no bless you for you. It's like the modern Twitter account like Pagliacci. Like doctor, I'm sad. Like, should I go see a clown? What about Pagliacci? No, it's a dog shit clown. Don't see him.
Don't know what to do, Carl.
Oh, his chestnut is beef. Oh, he's got a super balanced team as well. That's even worse than it.
Yeah. Check move. So many.
It's worth it though, right? That's the thing. When you're an adult and you learn, like in Pokemon, like doesn't matter. Money's worthless in this universe.
And I have to hope I get lucky with this not Rotom. This Magnezone could be going down.
You've just got it as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to have a great time, is it?
I'm just going to have to hope it. Please just use a Seed Bomb and let me swap. There's a chance that at any point this Brick Break could just crit and kill. Well, the Seed Bomb critted me.
Like, I hate Pokemon sometimes.
Just Chestnut is the like actual ultimate counter to my team.
It's just fighting, and then a bit of grass.
Fighting and grass, and they're all weak to one or the other. I need to go fucking brick break to get through my reflect as well. Yeah. Of course, it's got a terrible moveset, but I guess I can dies, hopefully. No, it woke up and killed Magic. Of course, the fucking Greninja's gone, because it just woke up after, like, a turn.
Oh, this is a massacre.
This might just be me, like...
This might be the run. The run's gone.
Ender.
It's like, what would be the old... You'd have to go back and basically like, go to a route you've not been to. And just, like, start all over again, right?
Well, I can't even, like... I mean, there's Pokemon that I've got in my box that I can, like, use as my new team.
Yeah, and then what you'd have to do is, like, you have to build them all back up again, right?
Yeah, I'd have to go grind some XP on them, yeah.
And that just sounds like... This is why I don't think, like, this kind of game has just never appealed to me, like, this way of playing it, because that just sounds, like, so defeating.
Mm-hmm. Literally,
I guess it's like that.
2 of maybe, like, my 4 best Pokemon have just died.
Not even doing anything good either.
Getting team wiped by just, like, the Chestnut because it just so happened to be a big counter to all my Pokemon. Gonna hope. Get a move off. Summary. Check move. I don't know which one's special attacking and which ones aren't on this Pokemon. Right,
Oh shit, yeah, it's like before all that nonsense as well, isn't it? Like...
No, it is on the it's the physical specials, but it was like several generations.
Oh, okay, you just don't know which like Pokemon's which.
Okay. If this crits. This fucking crits. Okay. We got the Chestnut. Jesus Christ. The fact that we couldn't just set up a fucking wall, and now he's going to use Mega Absol, isn't he? Holy shit. No, just Absol.
I was like just like completely silent. I'm like, no.
So this stream we gained 1 good Pokemon for a Nuzlocke in terms of Magnezone, but at very least so far we've lost 2 in Pangoro and fucking Greninja. Both of our 2 starter Pokemon, Greninja and Venusaur, are down.
I didn't even see Greninja do anything.
Yeah. Well, what happened is I used Hypnosis. Was that it's asleep, I'll swap in and at least get like a substitute off. And I swapped in and it used Seed Bomb and woke up. Like just turn 1, woke up, killed Greninja. Yeah, you should fucking heal my Pokemon, you couldn't. Oh. Fuck you. No one likes you, you're not a good rival.
And all the rivals in this game kind of suck.
They all suck.
Make it work somehow, doesn't it?
Jesus fucking Christ. What a bellend. I know it's my fault. I should have a fucking more balanced team, but Jesus.
You definitely got more
The
balance.
one thing that I had was like, well, a couple of us are weak to grass and a couple of us are weak to fighting. Of course, he's got a fucking chestnut. I didn't think that through. And then, like, the fact that the chestnut has brick break, so that even though I've got a thing that could cover my weakness of putting a reflect up, it's got fucking brick break to stop that.
Well, that might be the smartest thing I've ever seen the Pokemon AI. Do you want to see how I think about it?
Yeah. Well, at least for Brava didn't die. We haven't lost Flygon.
Yeah, Flygon might be like the game winner for you. Like that could be
Look at that. Just Venusaur, Tyrunt that, you know, would have eventually been a Tyrantrum, fucking Greninja and Pangoro. That in itself is like 2/3 of a great team.
Like the ones you've lost are brutal. And as well, a load of them are my favourite Pokemon. Like you lost Tyrantrum, which I love. You lost like Pangoro. So I need to stop being on your streams. The Pokemon that I love die.
Oh, well, I guess Chatot's going back in the team.
It's alright, don't worry, lads. Chatot's got
No,
this.
the Chatot is a Lapras. It's okay. It's not that bad.
Okay.
It's because It's because Chatot killed our Tyrunt that route when you get gifted the Lapras.
Oh, so you just called it
I called
Chatot.
it Chatot in, like, spite. To make myself feel slightly better, I'm going to go get that fucking Aerodactyl before we end this stream.
Get the Aerodactyl, make it spiky, and watch it just die to, like, some random Pokemon.
So where's Littering? Now, I guess I don't need to teach Pangoro power-up punching.
Well, I think power-up punch is so fun.
I guess I will just put it back in the team for the sake of, like, rock smashing at the moment, because it's a Pokemon I know that's got rocks. To just go get the old Amber. I'm not going to use it in battle or anything. Also, like... Aerodactyl given to you by scientist. Ah, here we go. My next question is, what's like the weirdo thing that they've done to stop me using Mega Aerodactyl every battle? That's the next question, isn't it?
That could be a game winner. Like Mega Aerodactyl's pretty decent. It's got Sharp Claws, right?
Is it Strong Jaw or Tough Claws that it has? Because in my head it was Strong Jaw.
Just one was Tough Claws. Double check out it.
We can. Super Repel. Really don't care. Need to buy a bunch more fucking hyper potions again. Full restores and shit. Yeah, I might just have to just do a little bit of grinding off stream before next time and just make sure that, like, I'm not bringing, like, level 38 Pokemon into a battle with all these Pokemon that are, like, mid to high 40s now. Like, just power up a few of my weaker Pokemon. Make sure we're not Because that was the other thing, is like Chestnut was a good 5 levels above everyone as well. So not only did we have like just double type disadvantage, also level disadvantage. Because obviously when you're fighting against trainers in Nuzlocke, shit like that can happen, and it's just not the best idea. Just really not the best idea to go fighting trainers if you can avoid it. Little cube. If only we could have found a Cubone in Glittering Cave and caught that instead of the fucking Onyx we can't evolve. And then you get gifted a Steelix anyway. And it's like, so that Onyx literally doesn't matter. All these supposed stones and rocks. Find some old amber. Oh, the Mawile. That's one of the roughest things, is just...
Seeing all the cool
Here's some
Pokemon
Pokemon that I could have caught. Forgot that the cave element to Glittering Cave. So it was just those weak powered up wild Pokemon instead, like a little Dwebble. I always liked Dwebble, but it did take until Pokemon Unite came out to just give me appreciation for just like the Crustle, the Crustle Hustle.
The Crustle Hustle is so fucking real.
Mm-hmm. There we go. We got an escape rod, haven't we? Found an old amber. Need to buy some more escape rope. So I am not and at... Oh, did get rid of. Go about the slot. But yeah, just the Crustle Hustle is so real, and I'm just so like upset sometimes when you're like, you know what, Crustle, I never gave you a fair shot.
And now you never will.
I mean, that's the thing, yeah, we can't. Like like maybe I would have been able to gain some appreciation for Abomasnow and Mega Abomasnow, but like we found a Delibird instead, and it's just
it's such a shame.
It's so rough. Now I'm just in that mindset of like, you know what, this game can absolutely go and just fuck off. I'm gonna just get my Mega Aerodactyl. I'm gonna go and not use Thumper sparingly anymore. Although we can.
Thumper?
Thumper's the Steelix that we got given.
Oh, you don't want to like abuse it because it's like too strong an option. It's like,
at first I felt bad just keep abusing it over and over again. I'm like, oh no, that's a bit too strong to like always be using the Thumper, because just the game gifted it to me, and that feels like I'm going like playing the game in easy mode. But you know what? No, when the game keeps just fucking me up and killing off some of my best Pokemon, I'm not gonna feel bad anymore. So Padme is gonna go in because it's the highest level Pokemon we've got. Curious. If I go Aerodactylite and move, is it that like I can only use it in very specific battles?
I feel like it has to be right, otherwise why would you not just use it all the time?
So like, oh my god. Surely if I just get into like a wild battle and the game's just not gonna let me It can't let me just become Mega Aerodactyl whenever I want. Maybe that's what it means by like power up the Mega Ring is like then you can use it whenever you want post game.
Yeah, that sounds like close to what would be fair, quote unquote.
Mega Evolution? Question mark? Oh?
Do you just let you do it whenever you want? Is it like just once per?
We'll
like,
find out.
maybe
I'm gonna sit here and just like test it out a couple of times and see what like that limitation is. Because maybe like your Mega Ring needs to recharge like after you've used it once, and you have to do that Pokemon Center. Because that's the way that the Terra Orb works. It's like you can use your Terra Orb whenever you want, but go back to a PC and heal your Pokemon manually before you use it again.
You just let you do it over and over again?
Yeah. Don't die, Aerodactyl. Don't do that.
Oh, if it dies now,
if it dies, I will just like I'm never streaming a Nuzlocke ever again. We're just done. So, from basic, just you know, very limited testing, it seems as though it's just unlimited Mega.
Which is why that seems so stupidly like overpowered in like the wrong. I guess like.
But right now, Carl, it feels real good to have that option of just, you know what? Fuck Chestnut, fuck Calum, fuck this game, stop killing my Pokemon. Mega Aerodactyl is gonna have some words.
You immediately go buy all the 4 stars as well.
Yeah, just gonna buy them all. Well. We got a little bit of money spare just in case, but yeah, just well and truly, this game can pick off.
You know what? That's enough for today, says Lucas.
That is enough for today. But yeah, we do have just unlimited power. Of just unlimited Mega Aerodactyl now. And we'll have to, you know, level up that Aerodactyl, I'll say off stream, and like a couple of other Pokemon. Just get them looking a bit healthier, get that Aerodactyl a good level and a good moveset, and just sort like I don't care, just Mega everything. Mega Aerodactyl are just again to get everything until just you know that what's gonna happen is like second one, someone's gonna Aqua Jet and crit me and kill it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
There's gonna be some bullshit that someone pulls out of their ass to be like, I hope you liked having Aerodactyl for half an hour. But oh, that makes me feel a little bit better about like the potential of next time of just at very least we have a Mega Pokemon and we can just seemingly unlimitedly use it. But yeah, save our game. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for like just sitting through the suffering that was that Calum battle with me. Oh god, yeah, Urshifu Rapid Strike will just come out of nowhere and just like suck a punch.
Wait, that's not even in this game yet. It's like,
no, it's not, but it'll appear, Carl.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Just...
Oh dear, oh dear. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week with more Mass Effect, and we'll be doing more Pokemon competitive battling next week, and we'll keep just alternating competitive battling on the Nuzlocke for now. And yeah, god damn, is it stressful when battles like that come up. When it was like the multiple, like the Vaporeon felt bad enough, and then the Chestnut was just like, how about I have a word? Anyway, have a lovely day, evening, or night, wherever you are, everyone, and thank you for watching.
Goodbye, everybody.